Hello there, Taurus. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Taurus for March of 2019, 3 months into the year. I said that right this time. I had to start Aries 2 times. I kept forgetting the date. I'm still in 2018. Anyhow, for all of you guys that are out there that are new, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. Pull angel card at the end of the reading. Hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. All of us Tauruses are named Frankie, I guess, for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign, rising sign, get a more comprehensive view of the month. And the other thing is, I do not think the cards will go week by week. I think they will blend in and out throughout the month, kind of like a overall view. I have a short message for us this month, and it kind of came out a little bit backwards. It was like pick and choose your battles for the month, Taurus. Pick and choose them, because if anyone chooses to debate, we will win. And but that couple words that came first, pick and choose, are going to be really important. When I drew these cards, I knew why they were going to be really important to us. So, if we should hold on to our dreams of the future, but if something comes forward that tells us or gives us a new perspective of what that future should look like, listen to it. Okay? Kind of an off-the-wall message, but what can I say? That's the way it came out. We have really good words. They are light, trust, discernment, pick and choose, truth, and acceptance. Kind of interesting, isn't it? I was like, whoa, acceptance. Because our first card here is the death card on the bottom of the deck. And I was like, oh God, we're all in trouble here. Pick and choose the battles, and we get the death card at the same time. But contrary to popular belief, this does not mean that we are dying. It means that indicates to us that we are transforming something in our lives. We are transforming it for the better, because we have the word light, trust, truth, and acceptance. It doesn't mean physical death, but what it does mean is we're experiencing some type of a metamorphosis in our life, a destruction of like old, outworn patterns or circumstances that have been holding us back or holding us away from new development. How do I want to say this? Um, Something in our lives is being regenerated at a really deep level this month, and superficial just ain't gonna cut it here. It's time for us to totally change. There's no doubt about it. The patterns that we used to find workable in our lives, or the way we used to relate, are being changed in order to make room, open up the door for things that are new, uh, things that we want to bring into being. Wasn't quite sure how exactly they wanted me to put that. So this rose on here to me is the rose of innocence. It's the rose of truth, right? And it's the rose of trust. And using our discernment to trust what it is that we want to change within ourselves to make room for the new. Okay? The rose, some cards that'll show like just a flag or something, and it has like a 5-petaled or 6-petaled rose. I'm not quite sure how that works. 5 petals or 6 petals, but the petals themselves are the senses of the world, touch, taste, smell, all those kind of things. But the 6th petal of the rose, or the internal, is our soul. So this is like we're getting rid of something or changing something in our lives this month that is at a soul level. And superficial won't cut it. It's just we know we don't want that in our life anymore, and we trust in our light that we are going to change it and transform it. So I'm going to say for a lot of us, because underneath here is the King of Pentacles, Taurus, and that's us. Male, female, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And the next card here is the Page of Pentacles. Twice we have shown up in our own reading, male or female. This is laying on top of the King of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is here like as our forward path, our momentum, our change, right? The Page of Pentacles is the student, the scholar, so intent on that, sometimes acquiring a pentacle, a skill for a job, a new skill for a job. The Page of Pentacles is the scholar, card of the scholar, knows in the book. And Aries got this same card, and believe me, I shuffled them up. Knows in the book, so concerned with what I'm doing that I crashed right into the wall and didn't know it. But it also is an excellent good news about whatever our earthly concerns are. Money, things like that, wealth, that we are going to acquire them. This page is a messenger. Usually knights are messengers, but this one to me is a messenger about good finances coming into my life, perhaps job changes. What has to do with the earth physical plane, the physical earth plane. That's what he's concentrated on, he, she. That's what they're focused on. If it was someone around us, maybe it's our kid going to school and, getting the education because they want to make more money, or us going to school, getting the education because we want to step up in our position, in our job, and maybe we have to change something about how we're available to everybody else. We're Taurus. We are there for everybody. We include y'all. You are included in our light, our home, the beauty that we create, the comfortable surroundings. Back to our original message, our vision of the future, right? If we think about that. But they told us after we sit with this for a while, and here's our death card, we may have a new perspective or something that is better even yet for our future change. Well, with this death card here, it could be, we're coming to terms within ourselves about a particular truth, and we have to trust and discern what that truth is, like our words. Then we will shine our light, our source energy, our clarity onto that truth for ourselves. This isn't for the whole world, for ourselves, and we will accept it. And superficial won't cut it. So if there's something else we want to do physically, I really believe this may be business oriented, financially oriented month for us, or where we're changing. It's odd they said we'll get a new perspective on our future dream, because there's cards here that support that message. So with him, he's bringing good news, messages about money to us. A lot of us may be just getting out of school, maybe going into the work world, right now. This can mean promotions at work, that will be delivered to us, period. So some of us are going to take that new position. Anything that's important to us, if our home's important to us, Taurus, maybe we're going to get the finances together to do remodeling or, move or something like that, whatever we're in the middle of. But it usually means earth plane things. For some of us, like I said, it could be a child of ours that has that earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo type energy, like us, earth energy that's going back to school or getting out of school, those kind of things, and really focused on what they want to do for the future. But I kind of believe for the majority of us, we have that death card and then the King of Pentacles right underneath there, and that shows me we are moving through a change cycle to kind of get to our full potential for the most of us this month, because our next card here is another pentacle, the Nine of Pentacles, and that's the card of wise and proper management of our monies in order to get to the Ten of Pentacles. We're at an end of a cycle with this card. We're at the end of the cycle is what they're saying to me to tell you. End of a cycle of that struggle for money, for funds, or whatever. But it was through, like common sense, logic, trusting in ourselves, telling ourselves the truth, accepting where we stood in our lives, did wise management, and because of that, we are in a stable, secure, safe state financially on the earth plane. More pentacles there, that type of energy. And we have to trust, Taurus. We have to trust and discern what is the wise use or choice for each of us to make in each situation. It would kind of tell us, like, don't waste it. If I wanted something, for my future, because this is an end, 10 is we've completed it, we made it, we have the financial security and things like that. And this one is manage it wisely, and we put ourselves into that state, into where this is acceptable. I have more than enough. So for maybe we have someone pulling on us for more of our pentacles. With this a little bit, pages are a little bit more immature, more, like he has his little pentacle in front of him and he's crashing into the wall like, what's going to get me where I want? Boom, that kind of energy. Maybe trusting that if we use this earth plane energy wisely within the right manner, that we will be way more than secure, because we're going to get a new perspective on something down the line for our future. And that's where our change is going to come in. You'll see with these cards that are laying here, you'll see. But we want to do it from this state, which would mean something like, the way I'm thinking of it, is it, let's say, is it a wise choice for me to consolidate my bills? And I have one payment and I'm done paying in a few years. And that frees up the extra money that makes me feel safe and secure. We Tauruses do not like to not have cash flow in our hand, because there's always something. If I'm coming into a home of a Taurus, I can smell the aroma of good food. I can sense that everything's taken care of well and up to date and up to par, and that every time I'd walk in to my home, I'd feel that comfort, that security. These are all things that I'm working for, and anything that is working against it, right, this month, I'm going to transform. That's why I'm saying pick and choose the battles, you know, because it just feels so strong. Like this is important to us this month. It's very important because there's something different that we're moving. Oops, I gotta shove my thing up here out of my way. There's something that we're moving. I got my elbow on my angel cards and I keep knocking everything everywhere. Something that we're moving forward to, a new future. And I think that's why most of us, you know, like I said, look at the moon sign and rising sign because this won't work for each and every one of us. But we got to trust that basic instinct that's telling us what do we want to get rid of so we can be this, so we can be the king instead of the page. What is going to make us feel right? What is our truth? Where are we coming from? And we're not like, we don't blow money, you know, all over the place, but we create beautiful things. It's the way we were meant to be, you know, and that pick and choose the battle thing, I think it means to us, let's not be the bull in the china shop, which we can be. You get cross us and we ain't messing with you. Or if we decide we're being bullheaded and there's something we're doing, you know, everybody better step on the same page and stand up in line like a bunch of straight soldiers, you know. I wouldn't want to go cut across that for any reason, way, shape, or form. My mother was a Taurus. You don't do that to us. It just doesn't work. But you can trust us because we have sound physical knowledge, basic knowledge that will always be implemented to make that which I love secure. Anyone that's around me secure in that life. Because here's our next card, Five of Swords. If that's not the pick and choose our battles, I don't know what is. This is like conflict that we're engaging in, finding ourselves disagreeing with other people. It could create a lot of anger, tension, hostility, things like that, you know, in our lives. How do I want to put this to us? This is our pick and choose thing because, okay, I don't know if you can see it. See the two people on this card? They have not fought the man or the woman or whatever in this picture. They laid down the other two swords. They laid them down and turned and walked away. So that pick and choose, will I lose something if I fight this battle now? You know, is it better off for me to step back, you know, sort through what it is I want, what is it that's important to me? It can also be that this is an important conquest, one that I really had to make in order to move forward. This is air energy, and air energy is forward, forward, forward. And it might mean that we were very aggressive, trying to move forward in order to accomplish an objective, okay? Like our page of pentacles there. We're getting something, we want that objective, we want it there. Sometimes, though, we have to give in to an opposing force, kind of based on, because we can get really bullheaded, kind of based on what is the outcome or my personal interest, right? Sometimes we give in to the wishes of someone who's coming against us because it's a better outcome then versus that he said, she said, you know, all the verbal conflict that you'd be dealing with. And sometimes if we step back a little bit, we feel better about the outcome because we made the compromise instead of like this guy's all dejected and two friends walked away from him, laid down their swords and said, I'm not fighting that anymore. This is a card of change. Let me see. It's about adjusting. This is this Five of Swords indicates we're in a period of time where we are adjusting to some kind of change that's brought on by distress or loss, something like that. I think that's why this Nine of Pentacles energy is so important to us. But, it's kind of an uncomfortable process, but it's a necessary. Uncomfortable but necessary, like the Death card. Change is like part of life. We can't stop it. It is what it is, and the more we resist it, which we can, and they're telling me based on our original message, we just might, the more we resist it, the more difficult we make it for ourselves. So whatever is being challenged this month, or calling for change, maybe my lifestyle, maybe my philosophy, maybe my inner beliefs about myself, because we can be hard on ourselves, way harder than anybody else could be. It's like now's the time to get to work and bring the change into our daily life. Um, this five it's like the double-edged sword, one of defeat and maybe misfortune, maybe betrayal and loss, and the other one is learning to accept, like our word acceptance, learning to accept, how do I want to say this? Learning to accept the boundaries we all face and we all have to live with, um, are the limitations that we get in life. Maybe someone disappointed us, or maybe we were expecting too much. Maybe we didn't use our discernment to get to the truth, like our word. But it's a time of adjusting, and adjust we will eventually, whether we're bullheaded or not. This card just tells me, it tells me, again, they're just saying, I'm sorry, Taurus, they keep saying, pick and choose my battles. Do it wisely. Use my discernment. What do I need to transform? They keep going right back, like on me in a loop, like a kind of a circle. If we focus on winning what we want at all costs, period, um, eventually we just discover that the price of winning the battle wasn't worth what we paid. That's how they're saying this with this card. So with the Death card, with that Nine of Pentacles in there, and the Page of Pentacles, which is a little more immature, and the King of Pentacles under, and this card, you know, we want to watch this month, because we have an idea of what we need and want for the future, and we have it very clearly in our mind. So we want to make sure that we get the desired results, but we want to make sure we get it in the right way. Another thing they're telling me, I'm putting up the next one, which is our new choice. The other thing they're saying is it can be like a betrayal or a sneak attack on us, like behind your back, from somebody that we trusted also. Maybe someone at work, or a jealous person around us. We create beauty. We are beautiful, inside and out. You know, I'm looking around here. We have those two pentacles, the king and the thing. Just be very careful with this card about who we trust at this point, because we could be vulnerable. I forgot about that. Vulnerable to attack or gossip also. So keep that in mind, especially with that original message that we got. I can't even get the words out of my mouth, because our next card here is the Ace of Rods. and that's fresh new starts, fresh new beginnings in the world. This is the hand of God coming out of the cloud with all these sprouts of new life and new growth. And what it means, if I don't knock my angel cards off here with my elbow, what it means is this might be why I'm at this Nine of Pentacles. Wise choices, using my financials wisely. This is a card usually in career or finance. Fresh new starts, new career, finance. All the aces to me mean could be new life, like a new baby, maybe a new pet for those of us that are too old, us Tauruses that aren't having babies anymore. It will be, but it is for the better, and it benefits me financially, just like that Page of Pentacles, just like the Nine of Pentacles. But we are, and it is our fresh new perspective on what we want in the future. And I think that's why they're telling us, use our discernment, shine the light of our truth, right? And trust what Spirit's giving us so that we pick and choose wisely and we come out on top. But not because we were arguing and fighting, but because we were given the chance and we knew what to do, you know? Because if I lose my temper, you know, I'm not going to get that new perspective, and I might get canned, you know, at work or something, and we don't want that either, because it's all good as it goes up through here, you know. It's just not, it's not worth it. The loss is, what they're saying is the loss is not worth what I would gain if I didn't pick and choose the battle. You know, sometimes it is. We have to get real aggressive. For the most of us, the loss is not worth what I would have gained. That's the way they're saying it. But if I'm the Taurus that needs to transform everything in my life, and I'm willing to stand up and do it, I'm going to make sure that I'm doing it from a truth that I can trust, that is in the light of the source. So if I'm speaking my heart and I know I am right, I will have the facts to back it up, because this is my new future. It's my fresh new start. I think for most of us, this is like a work-related thing. If it's a home-related thing, you know, could be somebody else's blowing money in an immature manner, and I'm the one here saving, you know, or adding my pennies together, you know, to make sure I have financial security and stability. That could be true too, but we don't want to waste our energy or effort at all this month, is what they're saying. So if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Go within, shine the light of the truth of the source on it, and I will come out of this in shining, what they're saying is shining colors. I will come forth with shining colors. Huh, that's interesting. Some of us, it may be relationship. We have two angel cards here, a creative project and relationship. I'm giving us both of them. The creative project says your soul longs to express itself in creative ways, and we are guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive, excited, and reignites your passion towards life. You guys are going to have to tell me, because they told me I picked the wrong card. They're showing me, and I pulled the bottom one underneath it out. So I'm going to give us both of them. We deserve it. We got to fight. It says, this card says you need more avenues for creative expression, maybe so we won't fight. The angels are guiding you to look for an outlet at work or at home. We're good at home and work. For examples, write, play music, make crafts, paint, sew, redecorate. We like that. Doesn't matter whether your artistry's market ready. What's important is you allow your inner artist to enjoy the freedom of expression. work on a meaningful project that you've been procrastinating about, enroll in a creative class such as photography or dance, your life purpose and meaningful career will come to you through creative ways that are unimaginable right now. That fresh perspective on the future. So don't worry about the how or the what of the life purpose, just follow the path before you. So, for those of us, that's our message that goes with it. For the others of us, it says relationship. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. Some of this is going to be relationship stuff. Some's going to be straightforward, like career stuff changes. This card signals that you're entering a more positive phase in a relationship. As the picture on the card, you're now out of the forest and entering into an area filled with light and beauty. Can I get the glare off of there? She's coming out of the forest there, and we have light in our words here. The answer to your question lies with, light and beauty. Like the angel portrayed on the card, you just need to hang on a little while longer and pick and choose your battles. The answer to your question lies within your relationship. Trust, which is our word here, your feelings about the current relationship and act accordingly. Angels are helping you manifest a wonderful new relationship. Send light, love, and angels to your present relationship. Positive transition is occurring in a current relationship, which could include a healthy ending, or it could include a new perspective, Taurus. Well, that's our reading for this month. It went on too long. I want to tell y'all thank you for your likes, shares, your subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them. And if anybody wants to know more about me, or just neb about me, all the information's at the website down below the screen. If you need to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that is over at the website. 2 short videos are over there too about the prayer class and the sutra classes. The prayer class is very comprehensive. The sutra classes are thought forms you put in a simple meditation that enhances the clear perceptions. And to all of you I've met through doing these YouTube videos for 3 whole years now, everybody I've met through 30 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all it was an honor, a privilege, and a joy to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month, and I'll shorten it up. Bye-bye.